Hello everyone and welcome to Hooman's Monster Jam Tour Arena Series Red Finale. This is stop number 6. We have 8 fabulous drivers here in my home city of Nashville. Let's see what they can do. Starting us off in this competition, we do have Michaela Talochka and Megalodon. Alright, she's lined up. Gonna stopwatch out and ready to go green. This is a bit of a different track for the arenas than we've been seeing. Well, that turn will be a bit too tight, giving her a 5-second penalty. Means your time for Michaela Talochka will be a 27.01. 20 point. Hello, Romeo. Hello, Sam. And hello, JB. Alright. I would love it if Nashville got an arena track like this in real life. Alright, everyone. Next up, we have Just Get Her Done to Brandon Talochka. Let's see what he can do. He's been having a rough time on the series. Alright, we're going to actually redo that because I honestly forgot the track. That was not the truck's fault or oversteering or anything. That was genuinely me forgetting what turn that was. And Brandon Talochka will hit the wall. It's not skills, but I mean, that was cool, I will say. This is a very tacky track, as Nashville usually is. Donut competitions here are always terrible, because there's always only one side that has good donuts, and the other one everyone always flips over. Same thing for Louisville, actually. Alright, gonna get a time of a 32.34. I'll put him in last place. This is the final show for Arena Series Red. It is not the final show of Hooman's Monster Jam Tour Season 1. Though that will be for Stadium Series Red. Alright, everyone. Next up, we have Cody Saucier and Dragon. See what he can do. Alright, I have no clue what in the world just happened, which means we are going to restart that. Really weird. Alright, well, my new keyboard is now not working, which is not good. Restarting again. Alright, and it decides to work perfectly this time. Alright. And the time for Cody Saucier and Dragon is a 21.33. That is your new leader. Oh, you live near Louisville? That's nice, Sam. I've been to Monster Jam show, every Monster Jam show in Louisville since 2024, which granted is only two. Well, actually, all right, not every single show, but you know what like. I went to the Saturday show, Saturday afternoon show in 2024, Sunday show last year, and I've also been there in 2016 or 15. I went there. I think it was 15, and then also actually that might be it, but yeah. Next up we have Alex Barton, Rocco Red. Also, I have family in Louisville, so I go up there a lot. All right, a very nice time for Alex Barton. That will get him a 20.22. All right, now next up we have Whiplash, Brianna Mahan, hometown girl. Let's see what she can do. All right. And a time of a 21.48 will put her in third place. I agree, Romeo. 2022 was a very weird year for monster trucks. And just a weird year in general. Alright, now next up, final three drivers. We have Tim Hall Jr. and Jurassic Attack. See what we can do. Him trying to get a bid into World Finals. Alright, gonna go a bit too tight in that final turn. That will cost him a 23.50. Alright, hello there, Rob. Next up, we have Jamie Sullivan, Sparkle Smash. Currently, she will get a bid into World Finals. Just keep up that consistency into today. Alright. And a time of a 20.50 that will put Jamie Sullivan in second place. Alright, now next up we have Matt Cody in Gravedigger. He's been leading this tour since the very first competition, close to losing it. Let's see what he can do. If he places bottom 2 in this competition, then he will lose the lead to Jamie Sullivan and Sparkle Smash. But currently, since the very first competition, he's been the driver leading this tour. Gonna show why right there. Huge crash into the wall, getting a time of a 20.85, which means he will still be leading, but Jamie Sullivan will get closer by a point. Now that does mean your racing winner, Tim Hall Jr., Alex Barden, Rockwell Red. Congratulations to him. We're gonna add up all of our points now. And 1. All right. All right, we're gonna get the drivers ready. All right, everyone. Racing winner Alex Barden, Rockwell Red. Second place goes to Jamie Sullivan and Sparkle Smash. And your winner is Matt Cody and your third place goes to Matt Cody and Gravedigger. I do not know why I said your winner. So currently, let me check this out. All right, Jamie Sullivan is only 5 points away from taking the tour lead and the tour win in turn. So she just needs to place better than him by a few spots. So yeah, next we have the skills challenge though, so let's see what will happen. All 8 of these drivers will try to do their best moves on 2 wheels. Starting us off, Brandon Tolochka, just get her done too. I think he like gave a love tap to the walls, and now he's just stuck on the sidewalls. Nice first move, very nice. All right. Lining up with the 8-pack. This is the backflip ramp. Wonder what he's going to do off of it. All right. Don't know if that was what he was going for. Definitely had amazing control, though. All right. All right. Very nice job. Get those scores locked in. Currently, there is no score to beat because no one has gone. So, yeah, let's see what you guys think about that run. Putting it all on the line for these fans for the final stop on the tour. All right, get those scores locked in. 7.645. That's kind of low. But you know what? Start off the night a score of an 8.706. Whoops. 8.706. That'll be your score. All right, now next up we have Michaela Talochka Megalodon. Her brother's currently in the lead with an 8.7. Can she top it? Michaela currently last on the tour, does not want to end up there. All right, first move down. All right, pretty decent second move. Get those scores locked in for Michaela Talochka. Fairly nice run. No, Sam, I'm okay with like people scoring low as long as they do it consistently. So like if you see a run that I consider is worth the 9 and you give it a 7, then if I see a run that's like in my eyes like a 9.5, you should give it like an 8 or so. If that makes if you get what I'm saying. To be fair, there's nothing I'd really say that's a 9 that I can think anyone would be a 7. More like a 9, I'd say it's a 9 and someone would say it's an 8 or around that. Then yeah. I get the scores locked in. You're cool then. If you score low and then you like do it consistently, that's cool. Just drop my microphone a little bit. Your score is an 8.225. All right, now next up we have Tim Hall Jr. Jurassic Attack. Don't know what that was, but I guess it worked. Alright, Tim Hall Jr. gonna have to make up some points. Had bad performance in racing, messed up in the final turn. Alright. Get those. Actually, no, one more move. I completely forgot for a second. Alright, nice move. Alright, get those scores locked in. Current score to be 8.706. You just noticed? Yeah, I saw that immediately. All right, and your score, it's a close one. It's an 8.780. 8.780. That means your new leader, Tim Hall Jr., Jurassic Attack. Next up, we have Brianna Mahan in Whiplash. All right, doing a slap wheelie all the way into the back. Have to maneuver around without hitting anything. Now she's back out onto the track. All right, we are not counting that as a move because that is not on. That was not on purpose. So that is not a move, guys. Hate to break it to you. All right, going for a second attempt right now. I agree. Whiplash is the best truck Brianna ever drove. All right, get those scores locked in. Second move was not as good as she would have hoped, I don't think. But very nice first. I like Bailey Circuit, and it's definitely better than Rec Deck. Granted, I don't think Rec Deck is bad, it's just weird. Like, it looks like such a barren truck. Like, it's not bad, but, like, I don't know, it's weird. Alright, Romeo's score, question mark. Are we gonna need a Romeo score, or... I agree, Rec Deck isn't terrible, it's just weird. Alright, if we don't get our Romeo score, then you're... Alright, well, looks like we get one in the last second. Your score is an 8.073. Alright, next up we have Dragon with Cody Saucier. Alright, Cody Saucier messing up a little bit right there. Certainly not what he was going for. Alright, get those scores locked in. Score to be 8.780. It was very fast, I will say. Some rapid fire 2 attempts. Your score is a 7.625. All right, next up we have Matt Cody and Gravedigger. Freedom of speech, Romeo. Well, I don't know. I just felt like saying that. Or freedom of scoring, I guess. Oh! Sort of popping it into it. Oh my! Oh my! Ugh. Alright, Matt Cody is here to play. Alright, second attempt might not have been as good. Still very good first one, though, so get those scores locked in. A 9.52, any score with a 9 considering the second attempt is kind of wild. Yeah, so, no, we're bringing my score down, actually, just because your guys' scores were ridiculously high. Sorry, guys. Your score is an 8.670. Alright, had to change my score a little bit because I am not giving one good attempt the lead. Alright, next we have Jamie Sullivan, Sparkle Smash. Alright, very nice move. That is not what that ramp was made for, but she's gonna make it work. Oh, nice! Nice little, like, pirouette thing right there for the second move. Get those scores locked in. No, that was 2 good attempts, alright? You see, that's when you score a 9 9.524, a 9.645, and a 9. That's when you bring out the 9s. If there's one good move, you can give that like an 8.8 or so. Like, and that's being maybe a little bit high, but for that run, I'd say an 8.8 would have been good. Still would have been high for me. But yeah. Romeo, can you read Sam Ryan's score out loud for the class? Your score is a 9.427. 0.427. That might just give Jamie Sullivan the lead. All right, and our final driver of the night. Out for the two-wheel skills, it is Rockwell Red, Alex Barden. All right. Very nice first attempt for Alex Barden. All right, another slap wheelie going into the back as well, just like Brianna. We'll say probably a bit of a better slap wheelie than Brianna Mahan. Get those scores locked in, though. So yeah, score to beat 9.427 from Jamie Sullivan. What do you think about that run? All right, we're gonna get the track set up for freestyle. And your score is an 8.724. That is the score for Alex Barden, which means that your two-wheel skills winner, Jamie Sullivan, in Sparkle Smash. Congratulations to her. One step closer to winning the series. We are going to be adding up points and seeing if she has taken over the lead. It's going to be close for sure. All right, everyone. Now we next up have the freestyle competition, where each driver. Oh, also, by a single point, Matt Cody is still leading, which means whoever gets the better score in freestyle will win. But if one of them, if Jamie Sullivan, gets a single spot higher than Matt Cody, then that will mean that we will have to go to a tiebreaker if Jamie Sullivan gets only a single spot higher. Hopefully that happens, because that would be very cool. Put the pressure on both of them. And if that does happen, then that does mean, though, that Matt Cody and Jamie Sullivan are getting a bid into the World Finals. Regardless, they both probably are, unless something absolutely terrible happens. So yeah, next up we have, or actually starting us off, we will have Michaela Tolochka. So get out those phones. Go up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. This is the pinnacle of the event. It is Monster Jam Freestyle. Alright. Nice little jump. Michaela trying to get her first freestyle win on the season. She's had some pretty nice moments, I will say. No wins, though. Ooh, nice little save right there. What? Alright, well, for some reason, the truck got teleported back. That's weird. So we are going to be restarting. Do not know what just happened. We're going to be restarting with the exact same time off the same jump that she just hit. Wait, how did the truck... I do not know. Alright, so wait, the truck is broken somehow, which means we are going to reset again, since this truck should not be broken. We're going to try and reset, make this as fair as possible. Going back to the jump she started off of. Or she's about... Back to the jump that she hit. So, hopefully you guys remember what she did before. If not, she had a pretty cool save, and then some bunch of more smaller jumps. Alright, nice little move right there. Oh, she's gonna go for her first ever backflip, it looks like. Alright. Are you kidding me? I have no clue what in the... What is happening? Alright, so she was about to do the backflip, which means we let her do the backflip. Do not know what just happened. Alright, straight up, what is happening? Every time she's about to hit it, it teleports her back. Oh my god! Alright everyone, we are going to be redoing the entire run. No clue what is happening. Please disregard anything that has happened so far. I'm not clicking the reset button. I can promise you that. Alright, looks like we're... Alright, resetting the entire run. Alright, starting us off, Michaela Tolochka, Megalodon. Woohoo. Alright, starting off, decent air right there. Oh, nice. Nice little combo right there. Nice air across the track. Oh, another little two-wheel skills move. Hey, let's Lochka lining up for her first ever career backflip. Oh, and she will land it. Give it up for her. Congratulations on landing her first career backflip. Didn't really land it the right way, but you know what? It still looked cool. Get those scores locked in. And let's see what you guys thought. All right, your score is an 8.315. All right, fairly decent score. Next up, we have Brandon Zalochka and Just Get Her Done too. Starting out with huge air across the entire track. More amazing transfer right there. All right. Turn the truck around. All right, final jump. Oh my! That is going to hurt the truck. Get those scores locked in, though. Score to be 8.315. Let's see what you guys thought about that run. All right, get your scores locked in chat. Currently, we have no scores. All right, we need a single score in the next 5 seconds or else. All right, Romeo delivering literally as soon as I say that. Do not know if we will get a Sam score. So if we do not get a Sam score, and your score is an 8, or, whoa, that's not right. Your score is an 8.596. That means he is your new leader. All right, next up we have Cody Saucier and Dragon. To start off the exact same way that Brandon Zalochka did. Huge air, even farther though, landed so aggressively that part of the truck fell off. Fiberglass. Luckily none of the truck got damaged. Alright. Cody had an amazing show in New Hampshire. At our last competition weekend. Driving here in Nashville, trying to do everything he can to get that win. Oh my! Oh! Literally no work on the save. Absolutely amazing rebound. Alright, get those scores locked in. Score to be 8.596. Let's see if that beats it. And your score is a 9.029. That means Cody Saucier is your new leader. All right, next up we have Brianna Mahan and Whiplash. Hometown girl, trying to do her best to get the freestyle win. All right, lining up for the backflip to start. And she will land it. Congratulations. An amazing, amazing job right there. Oh, gonna hit the wall and get a save. All right, we're gonna shut her off though. All right, real quick, make sure nothing is broken on the truck. All right, I think something is broken in the front right, but I do not know what. So we're gonna let her refire. All right. All right, nose diving a little bit right there. All right, sending it into the pits. Gonna go for a nice big jump in reverse. We're gonna give her one more move because why not? Nice sky wheelie to end out the run. Into a small little stop. You get those scores locked in. Score to beat 9.029. All right. All right, and your score is a 9.400. That is your new leader. Yes, 3 more, or no, 4 more trucks, actually. All right, next up we have Tim Hall Jr. Jurassic Attack. All right, Tim Hall Jr. Jurassic Attack. All right, Tim Hall Jr. Oh, a little bicycle right there. Do not think he's playing on that, but it happened. I'm sure he's not complaining about that. Do not know why I've had literally no keyboard issues. Had tons during Michaela Tolochka's first run, and then they just sorted themselves out, which is really nice, actually. Thank you, keyboard. Oh, what? Moonwalk out of nowhere, which will lead to his demise with 10 seconds left. Still fairly full run, only had a little bit of time left. All right, now we have 3 more trucks left. All right, remember what I said? We do need Matt Cody to place at least 1 spot higher to guarantee his series win. But if he does place a single spot lower, then he can still win if he wins the tiebreaker. So yeah. All right, everyone. Now, next up, we have Matt Cody and Gravedigger as Hinterback. He needs to have an amazing freestyle if he wants to win the series. All right, looks like we're restarting the run already. Knew my keyboard issues would come back eventually. All right. All right, and Matt Cody going, nice save right there. Really no highlight moments until that. Oh, he just absolutely destroyed the front end. Well, that's not going to be very helpful for him. And he's going to fall over right there. All right, get those scores locked in. All right, 2 drivers left now. All right, 9.67. Your score is a 9.263. All right, that will put Matt Cody in second, which means Jamie Sullivan now knows the score she needs to beat to take the lead. Romeo, I'm going to ask you to not underscore Jamie Sullivan just so that Gravedigger wins. Thank you for your cooperation, and have a safe flight. Alright, Rockwell Red, Alex Barton now. All these drivers, other than Jamie Sullivan and Matt Cody, are just out here to have fun. Oh, and Alex Barton tipping over in the corner. 43 seconds left. Very unlucky for him. Alright, and your score for Rockwell Red is a 5.942. Alright, everyone, now your your tour winner will either be Jamie Sullivan in Sparkle Smash or Gravedigger Matt Cody. Jamie Sullivan needs to get a score. Alright, just look back to see which score she needs to get. And I will not be repeating that because I do not want you to score her lower than that, just so that Matt Cody wins. So yeah, Jamie Sullivan, your final freestyler of the night. Alright, currently, highest in the overall standings, and one singular point away from taking the tour win. Regardless, though, she and Matt Cody will likely be going to the Monster Jam World Final. Right, starting off with some huge air. Alright. Nice little moonwalk thing right there. Oh my! Not expecting that. Alright, and another save. And a backflip off of the side. Can she save it? Yes, she can. Oh, getting it into a moonwalk. Alright, and give her one more move, I guess. Alright, get those scores locked in. Score beat 9.400 from Brianna Mahan. Alright, will we see... Well, Romeo, what do you think about that run? I'm not gonna look yet. I'm gonna be finding out what truck I want to use for the encore. But think in your heart of hearts, what score does that run deserve? And please do not underscore. Alright, no, Romeo. Romeo scoring that higher than what I scored it was not on my bingo card. Your score for Jamie Sullivan and Sparkle Smash is a 9.4. 5-3. That means she takes the freestyle win. And with that, the Tour Championship going to going to Jamie Sullivan in Sparkle Smash. Alright. Congratulations, Jamie Sullivan and Nat Cody will be going to the Monster Jam World Finals in Las Vegas, Nevada at Allegiant Stadium. Alright, everyone. Give it up, though, to Jamie Sullivan. We still have our encore, though. Well, what do we want to do for the encore? Yeah, do not worry. Regardless, Romeo, Matt was going to go to the World Finals, so, yeah. What truck do I want to do for the encore? This is a good question. You know what? We'll do this. Alright, everyone, for the encore. We have a truck that everyone knows, and I think everyone loves. It is Emoji Strong. Alright, we have Matt Cody piloting it for the encore. Matt Cody driving in this Nashville track one final time. Congratulations to Jamie Sullivan again, as well as Matt Cody for Jamie Sullivan for Tour Championship, and then both of them for going to the World Finals. Looks like Matt Cody gonna get... Alright. Alright, he's gonna crush Sparkle Smash. Alright, nice little donut. And he's gonna get a backflip off of Sparkle Smash. Did not think that would actually work. Alright, well, everyone, thank you all for watching. Next Monday, we will have the Arena not Arena. We'll have the Indie Series going to their final show in Fargo, North Dakota. Black Pearl already has the tour title, but who will get 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, and 6th? You'll just have to watch to find out. Please subscribe if you have not already, but I think most of you guys who watch the streams have been subscribed for a while. Thank you all for watching. This was one of the more fun streams that I've done, and goodbye.